just remember looking at myself in the mirror and saying, there was media and mobs under my building constantly, and it required a lot of strength to even make it to the investigation because I was worried that something would happen on the way. I knew going forward, I would never be the same person again.
How do you deal when you're going through something the way you did?
Okay, so there is billions of galaxies.
Yeah.
Then there's one Milky Way in that.
Yeah.
Then in Milky Way, like according to NASA, there is like some 3,619 solar systems. Out of which one solar system is ours, out of which there are 9 planets, in which there's one Earth.
Yeah.
On Earth, there are 7 continents. In 7 continents, my country is one country. In that, there's my state is one state and my city is one. Like, I'm so small.
Yeah.
So how can my problem be that big? Another thing that I realized when I was in jail actually was that everyone's going to die. You know, I was like, okay, everyone's going to die. I'm like, these people who are saying bad things about you are going to die. The people who love you are going to die. You're going to die. Your friends are going to die. We're all going to die.
How was it like when you were inside jail?
Jail is actually a very different world because there's no society in jail. There is a weird sense of equality.
Yeah.
Everyone is like a number, like they're not a person. You're a UT number when you're in under trial prison. So there's no phone, there's no contact with the outside world. And so it's a very sort of in a strange world. It's a very evolved crowd.
Yeah.
Because it's just human emotion at its basic rawest.
Yeah.
And it's survival, right? You have to survive each day. Each day feels like a year. Like it takes a long time for a day to finish because you're literally doing nothing. And there is a deep depression and a darkness that I obviously experienced. Like there was a darkness that was there and like you're seeing your mind. I was able to see, I'm like, oh, this is going bad. Like you're really thinking negative thoughts now. But I did have a moment after that darkness where I was able to find light. Wherein I realized that, hey, this is also an experience in my life. And it's probably never going to come back again. And these are people who I'm probably never going to have the chance to meet. And some of them have no hope in their life. They have nobody on the outside fighting for them.
Yeah.
They have no means to get legal support and they have given up. I was like, why don't I give them a little bit of me? Like, why don't I teach them yoga? Maybe do like dance classes for them, like whatever I can do.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. And I started interacting with the children a lot and teaching them some poems and stuff like that. And that became very enriching for me. And that became very, very powerful. And it changed my perspective on everything. Like, like I knew going forward, I would never be the same person again. It gave me a lot of strength. And for some reason, having found that space inside me, I feel really, what's the word? Really peaceful, that I know it doesn't matter if there's anyone in my life or nobody in my life who supports me or who loves me. I love myself and I am there for myself and I am my own best friend and we are good. Obviously, like even before I went in, situation was really tough for me. There were investigations every day. There was media and mobs under my building constantly, and it required a lot of strength to even make it to the investigation because I was worried that something would happen on the way.
Yeah.
The way the mobs would chase and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at times I would have to, I started going to myself in the mirror before I had to leave the house and talking to myself. And I remember saying this to myself. I remember looking at myself in the mirror and saying, Teri na? And it almost felt like the mirror said yes. It's like, tension mat le, main hu tere saath. Chal. And just that much, it just, it just gave me like this power. Like, you know what? Forget everyone else.
Yeah.
You got your own back.
I have me.